Nowadays, we all know everything. We have opinions. We also have the conclusions about everyone's decisions. And we even have the audacity to give people the kind of advice that we think is right for them. I am not talking about anyone else. Today, I will talk about myself. After 3 months of doing nothing but judging myself and others for their choices, I came to a conclusion that I am nothing but a keen piece of judgmental freak. Yes, I'm calling myself out because I often find myself judging other people based on their past, and I get scared to trust them in my present. Now, some of you might say that yes, that's a very wise choice. But trust me, it's not wise when the other person is trying to be a better human. And then you just keep on discouraging them because you just don't want to give them a second chance. But here's another point which rises, and that is, what if they break my trust again? Well, that if is always going to be there, isn't it? So, to tackle that, let's get out of all the probabilities for a second and ask yourself a simple question. How impactful would it be if we choose to trust our decision of trusting people? If you don't get a green signal from your brain or heart, then that is completely fine. It just means that you are not ready to face the consequences of your own decisions. But that also means that you don't have any right to blame someone that they couldn't make you believe in them. Because if they are actually trying, you will know. You will always know. Let me come back to myself again. I want to do a lot of things. Well, hell lot of things. I want to paint my life with mistakes and memories. Bright and electrifying like the most exciting of the books. Every page with a little touch of madness. Every page with a different color. Every page worth remembering for all the sad and all the happy moments, for all the bad and all the worst. I want to live and not merely exist anymore. And I'm tired of the misconceptions that people get from arguments like these. It is so weird that we are born with all the uncertainty ahead of us. Who knows where we'll end up in 20 years, because suddenly when you're born, you are 10 and then you're 12 and then you are in middle school, and then without you even knowing, you are applying for high schools, and then just like that, high school is over and then college applications are swallowing you. And then you spend countless years taking notes, moving around, maybe taking a year abroad, making friendships and then breaking them, meeting new people and then creating your own canvas of memories. But there will be one day that you will realize that time is flying by and you can do nothing about it. So take pictures, laugh too much, forgive freely, and love like it's okay to get hurt. Life comes with no guarantees, no timeouts. We just have to live every day to unravel the next page of the story. We need to speak up to be heard. We need to hold someone's hand if we feel alone. And on some days, we need to fall asleep watching the sun come down. You need to be a flirt as well and smile until your face hurts. Let's not be afraid of taking chances, and most of all, live in the moment. Because every second we spend angry or upset is a second of happiness we are never getting back. You might be living in the time that you didn't dream of, but it's okay, because life doesn't necessarily have to be one of the 7 wonders of the world. But the most important realization is that everything you want is just a choice away. And it's for each and every one of us, because life never discriminates. Listen to what your heart really screams for. Observe yourself like you're out of the body. You'll realize that if you can be compassionate to others, you need to be a little gentle to yourself as well. Because I am trying and I know you can too. I recently read this post by Rania Naeem where she said, "There's nothing better than rebuilding yourself and rebuilding your life, no matter how old you are, no matter how long it took you to finally take that step. Because if there's one battle that's truly worth fighting, it's this one. The battle of rebuilding yourself even after so many setbacks and so many downfalls. There's nothing better than deciding that you still have a say, you still have a choice, you still have a voice that you can use to shift your life in another direction. Always remember, you and only you should be on the driving seat of your life. It's easy to stay stuck in the mental prison that you've created for yourself, and it's easier to blame the circumstances. But no matter how impossible it seems to get out of that prison, there's always a way out. There's always a hidden path, and sometimes the door is even wide open in front of you. But then again, you're just too afraid to get out because you don't want to get hurt. or you don't want to face any more disappointments. You don't want to suffer again. There's nothing better than realizing that some things happen as clear signs from the universe that you need to do something. Sometimes God or the higher power doesn't answer your prayers in the way you asked for them, but then He always shows you the way to them. He shows you that what you're asking for is not out of reach, but maybe you need to cross a few rivers, a few bridges, a few hurdles, or learn just a few more lessons to get them. There's nothing better than rebuilding yourself because it prepares you for all the challenges ahead. It prepares you for heartbreak and loss. It prepares you for all the moments that you would normally fear. It gives you independence, strength, resilience, and freedom, and somehow these tools help you survive like anything in life. Knowing that you can count on yourself is the biggest blessing ever. Knowing that you have the self-awareness to get out of your darkness. Knowing that at any moment you can choose to leave a situation or a person and you will be just fine is the biggest power ever. There's nothing better than rebuilding yourself, because once you decide to do that, ironically, everything falls back together. Everything kind of redeems itself. Everything patches itself up again, including your broken heart and your broken spirit. Trusting, falling, failing, rising, judging, being judged, and everything that we face makes us ready for the upcoming days. And according to Briar Barrows, everything we want, desire, and yearn for is being prepared for us right now. Because whether or not you believe in God or a higher power, whatever is out there wants you to be readily prepared for every single obstacle you will face in life. You are being strengthened right now. You are being shown your power. So even though you're doubting on yourself, please do not give up on yourself today. Life will happen. Bad days will come. Sometimes people will also try and bring you down. You will also cry and you might want to throw everything away. But trust me, you are closer than you think you are. So with this in mind, know that you're bigger than the winds that threaten to shake you, to rile you up and to ultimately cause you to collapse. You, my friend, are bigger. For those who are struggling today, for those who are healing through a breakup, for those who struggled with darkened thoughts, for those who are fed up with being fed up, this is your reminder. A few breakdowns will not stop you from rising yet again, because you have what it takes to get through this moment, this day, this week, this year, and this life. You might feel tired, and that is completely fine. Just rest. But never forget that you are capable of healing. Rise, dear one. Shine in who you are, and don't doubt that there is a plan beyond all your struggles. Because even with some breakdowns, nothing, and I mean nothing, can stop your breakthrough. So this was a piece written by Triparna, a very close friend of mine, and she sent me this piece at 4 in the morning, and the moment I read it, I felt so inspired. I felt this kind of energy in me which is very, I don't know, I don't have words to describe it. It was beautiful and it gave me a lot of power. So I really wanted to just narrate this to you guys. For anybody who is struggling, for anybody who's not in a very good position right now, this is for you. And remember, whenever you feel alone, just reach out to friends, family, and if you're not comfortable doing that, you can always reach out to me on my Instagram, or you can email me at info@ayushwadhwa.com. Trust me, it really gets better with time. There's also this platform that I have been using to express my inner feelings. It's called Now and Me. So you can visit nowandme.com, and it's a platform which lets you share whatever's going on inside your head anonymously. And you can talk to strangers about your problems, and everybody's is super understanding over there. It's a startup run by two of my really good friends. So go ahead and do check out the website. I'm getting a little emotional now. This was just really inspiring for me. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please make sure to review the podcast if you liked it. Please share it with all of your friends. and I hope this made you smile. Thank you. Bye bye.